Hello and welcome to Best Gardens Australia. We're about to embark on a journey that will take us into some of Australia's best gardens. They'll inspire you and you'll be able to use some of the design tips in your very own backyard. We start our journey in beautiful Brisbane, where Bettina will reveal a stunning small garden space. And this Hollywood-style garden in the Adelaide Hills is going to blow you away. And I'm going to show you this amazing garden right here in Melbourne. You won't want to miss it.
Hi, Bettina.
Hi, Bettina.
Nice to see you. Thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you for coming. We're looking forward to showing you our garden.
That's great. I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got inside. Tell me a little bit about what we're going to see.
Well, we have a garden with some old materials mixed with your more modern materials. We have what is obviously a small space, but we've gotten the most out of it, I think. And we've done a themed garden, but still had a lot of fun with it.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
Well, come on in.
Excellent. So you've just walked us into this beautiful garden that really was the garden that wasn't. This was just sloping land. It wasn't even a garden space. What was it that you had here before?
Literally nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was just turf and that was all. So we needed to do a lot of work to be able to create what we've got here now.
So it's a lot of excavation work to get this right. What was involved with that?
A lot of big machines relative to the sized area and removal of a lot of material.
But worth it. You get that groundwork right and you've created this incredible space.
Yes.
But now that you've got this amazing space, you've divided it up into separate zones.
We have. We've tried to separate it into a seating area where you can enjoy the garden, but there's also thoroughfare areas as well as you walk through the garden towards the front door.
Well, you do. As you come from the street that has such a beautiful frame for the garden and the front of the house, it's a really lovely way to enter. So whose design work was that?
Yeah, Donna. This was her baby.
Well done, Donna.
Thank
it's a beautiful
you.
baby.
Thank you.
One of the tricks we can all use, whether your garden is big or small, or whether your budget is big or small, is that you design from the inside out and the outside in. Divide up the garden, use your spaces, create the design you want, but then take a step inside and see what the view is looking outside. See how you'll be able to create that indoor-outdoor feel from inside as well, and you'll end up with an even better result every time. I'm a huge fan of the sandstone. I just love it, but this looks more like art than sandstone. Is that the product you like working with?
Absolutely. It is one of my favourites. The quarry is only about 2 hours drive from here. We drive there and handpick every rock and bring them back. And,
wow.
Yeah, and hand shape everyone. Old techniques. Yep. So the old techniques were alive.
It really is like a piece of art, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But then you've got the art of that, and then you've got this amazing sculptural tree behind us, which is beautiful.
Yeah, the Xanthoria, there's a bit of a story behind that one. That comes from Stradbroke Island, which is not far from here. It was rescued from the mining projects there. Yep.
Wow. So now you've taken it from a garden space to be a beautiful space, to be a work of art. Now it's like an art gallery because you've got a sculptural piece here that's got its own story as well.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Right.
Living art.
It's a great result.
After the break, there'll be more to see of this really cool garden space in Brisbane.
One of the lessons that we can take from this garden is to not be afraid to use different elements, like the use of the synthetic grass. It's been used in small spaces here that would otherwise be hard to maintain, and it softens the whole look and keeps the whole garden looking manicured the whole year round. So you're a landscaping company. Day in, day out, you work with plants, you work with grasses, you work with trees, different species, and I look around and I see artificial grass.
Guilty as charged. That was more of a maintenance thing. It's a really good way of opening a garden up without using hard elements like concrete and gravel.
Right.
And there's no maintenance.
I guess that's one of the tricks in really delivering a great landscaping project, is understanding that there's a lot of people that would love a beautiful garden, but there's a certain amount of them that don't want to be gardeners.
No.
Definitely. It's all part of the process. We need to find out what people's capabilities are and their time. People are busy, so we need to design the gardens around that.
I love working with the sandstone. You get so many different colours and textures through it, but I can see in contrast you've got these dark pebbles as well. They work beautifully, yet at the same time sort of stand out from them. Is that part of the design element?
It is a design element for aesthetics, but it does serve a dual purpose. There's quite a complex drainage system here to allow for Queensland storms, and the gravel make a very neat way of making the drains pretty.
Each state and each area has its own needs and requirements, and drainage and certainly in this Brisbane area is got to be something that you factor into the build, isn't it?
Definitely. Paramount importance.
Right. You've got this amazing skill that you bring to these gardens. What's a tip you can give our viewers that'll help them on the road to creating something like this?
Have a clear idea of where you want to go, but don't be afraid to bring in different colours and textures and just have fun with it.
When you've got a garden like this, it's not so big, but you've still got a lot of the excavation work. What kind of budget are we talking about?
The budgets really do vary for courtyard gardens, but a garden like this one, because there was that immense amount of work in setting the stage, if you like, so on a garden like this one it's about $100,000.
Sounds like a lot of money, but I can see where so much has got into creating the space, and every corner of this garden has been detailed and thought, and no stone's been left unturned on this one.
Not a single one.
So how do you love using this space? How do you live in this space?
We enjoy it every day. It's a place for us to wind down at the end of a work day, where we enjoy a coffee in the garden, and it's also a family garden. Our children really enjoy playing in the garden as well, so it has lots of purposes.
It is a beautiful space here. I can really imagine having a coffee here. It would be a beautiful thing to do at the end of the day.
Would you like to?
Oh, I'd love that.
Let's go.
Now, this garden may have come with a healthy budget for the space, but if half of that would have been spent on creating this beautiful garden anyway, consider how much it'd cost to add another room to your house. And that's exactly where the other half of their money was invested, in creating an additional outdoor room. And I think they got great value for money.
The point of difference that Frameless Impressions offer is our push for quality. And we really do drive and push for really top quality products. Pool fencing is becoming more and more popular, and essentially the frameless pool fence is really something that customers really want, because it takes away those ugly bars of the loop pool fencing and the old style of fencing. So people are really keen to maximise the space and the openness of their swimming pools, and hence the reason why frameless pool fencing is definitely the choice. Frameless Impressions have won some really fantastic awards over the years, and at the end of the day, seeing the satisfaction on our client's face at the end of the job, you know, really gives me satisfaction as well.
As a landscape designer, plants and turf bring our designs to life, and it's critical we protect that huge investment with a great irrigation system. I'm here with Joel from Total Eden. Joel, what are the different types of irrigation available on the market today?
Today we've got the two types, being pop-up sprinklers or drip irrigation.
People think irrigation's easy, but being in the industry I know it's pretty critical. Why should someone come to somewhere like Total Eden for their irrigation?
Come into Total Eden, we can design a full system from you from start to go. Very minimal information required from you, a plan, some flow rates.
Okay, and is that obligation free?
Obligation free, no charge at all.
So you design the whole system for me? Supply all the products?
Supply it all. We can recommend someone who can come out and do it at your place, guide you through it.
So when it comes to a well-designed professional irrigation system, Total Eden's a place to come?
Total Eden, definitely. We've got all the products, we can help you out. 37 stores Australia-wide, or you can go to our website, totaleden.com.au.
After the break, I'm going to reveal an amazing Hollywood-style garden in the Adelaide Hills. Hi, I'm in the beautiful foothills of Adelaide, and I'm about to walk you through a property that would be right at home in any prestigious estate anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, when I arrived, I was taken to the Hollywood Hills. It's simply that good. We're going to look at a pool that actually connects the home to an entire city, and I'm going to walk down a driveway that sets the scene for this amazing property. So let's go and meet the owner and look around this amazing garden. Well, Bob, thank you for inviting us to your stunning property.
Pleasure.
What an amazing entry. As I said earlier, I was transformed to another world when I drove up. Tell us about the logistics and what you've actually done to the driveway.
Well, we've cut the whole of this area out to allow us to be able to come in here, because we had a very steep driveway before.
Okay.
And then after we cut, we planted the hedges immediately, because they take quite a few years to grow. You've got to really look ahead to see where you're going. So we knew we had to get the hedges in because they take such a long time to mature.
Yep.
That was our first step.
So it seems like there's a massive site cut behind there.
There is. It's a huge cliff, and the only way to hide that, the scar, is to make it green. I could build a retaining wall and paint it, big cost, but I think the green hedge is just the nicest finish.
And the other side of the drive, we've got a nice low hedge of the dwarf olive.
Yes, and that binds the bank together and grows vigorously. It needs to be trimmed a lot, but it always looks fantastic.
And then at that corner, that beautiful date palm, which is just, I guess, the grand reveal as you go through the gates.
It's a nice little specimen, yeah, and it just gives it a little bit of ambience.
I think it's a great effect. Absolutely love the entry. As I said, I was transformed. I've heard there's a pretty spectacular pool out the back. Can we go take a look?
Let's go.
Absolutely. Well, Bob, it's very rare that I'm lost for words, but you've got me.
It gets me too. I still love it every time I come in here.
The pool is outstanding, but from a builder and a designer's point of view, getting it 5 metres out of the ground must have been a challenge.
It was. We lost an excavator over the edge, and when I first pegged it out and set up the levels, my wife freaked out and said there's no way that that's right, because it was just a cliff before, and now that the whole area is finished, you can really see the transformation.
Perfectly complemented by the beautiful daybed, the built-in lounges.
Yes, yeah, we did that for the western sun to give us a little bit of shade in the afternoon, and I really like the lineal feel of the whole daybed and just the slightly different textures and colours and tones, which has turned out really nice.
Yeah, perfect backdrop. And the dracaenas, they've really encapsulated, I guess, the garden element into this pretty hard surfaced area.
Yeah, they just add a little bit of life to the area. So we wanted low maintenance, and that's what the dracaenas give us. And the pool is the main focus.
The unique tool that we have at our disposal is the ability to produce a full colour virtual reality 3D walkthrough of the whole project, which enables all our clients to see every single element of the project, interior, exterior, landscape, pool, before they even start any construction. We don't see the design of the landscape and the home as two separate entities. We see it all as one complete package, and that way we are integrating everything together. So the pool and the home are just sync perfectly with each other. We're taking in the views of the city from the pool, but also from the home as well. With the landscape design and the planting, we didn't want to create a huge variety of different plants. We'd rather use mass plantings of the same species, so using the latent green conifer for the main hedge and the dwarf olive, and then cycads and the date palm were the main elements of the whole project, and just using vast quantities of the same plant gives us this very simple and slick design aesthetic for the landscape.
Most people would walk away from a site like this.
Yeah.
I guess as a builder, being in the game and having the knowledge and skill to create this,
Yeah.
the rewards are second to none.
They are, and we love a challenge.
Well, you definitely had one.
Yeah. And if you've got a vision and you follow that vision and don't compromise too much, change your mind a little bit, that vision is what you set your goals for, and then the finished product is always fantastic.
Well, based on what I can see, I'm guaranteeing that you're not going to be going anywhere.
No, we're here forever.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I just love how this pool connects the whole city to the house.
Thank you.
A job well done,
Thank
and
you.
you should be very proud of yourself.
Thanks for coming.
No worries. After the break, I'm going to reveal this stunning garden right here in beautiful Melbourne. Designing a garden around a beautiful piece of modern Australian architecture could be interpreted in many different ways, from Asiatic influences through to sharp, clean lines and minimalist Australian native gardens. The possibilities are endless. We're here in the beachside suburb of Hampton in Victoria, and we're going to see how James Pickering of Lucida Landscapes has put his design flair to this beautiful, stunning family home, and I can't wait to show you through. Let's go take a look. Hi James, how are you?
Well, how are you, Steve?
I'm great.
That's great.
Tell us what we're going to see with these gardens today.
Well, I've brought you here today. It's a really interesting garden. Front and back are very different. The front being very contemporary, Australian native, and the back being more family-orientated functional space. So it's a great example of, you know, what you can do with landscaping, really.
Well, James, I can't wait for you to show me around. Can we go take a look?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, with the beachside location, we wanted to have a more natural appeal with the place. We wanted it to flow more, we wanted to avoid the straight lines and give it a sense of a bit of natural appeal, I suppose. Yeah. So the feature boab tree was a real find for us. We sort of stumbled across it at a nursery. Originally it was going to be a Canary Island date palm, which posed its own problems. It was going to be perhaps too dominating in the landscape and really shroud the whole front of the house. And as you can see, it's a beautiful home, so we didn't want something that was going to completely dominate, but we still wanted a feature tree, and I think the boab really achieves that.
Well, James, you were spot on. This backyard is extremely different to the front yard. Tell us what you've done and why you've done it.
Well, it's a much more functional space. There's kids here, you need access to the pool, basketball court and trampoline. So it's much more open, user-friendly, clean lines to match the house. And yeah, a functional, family-friendly space. You can see all the way across the backyard area. It's nice and open, really clean lines, and a really good space. You could have 50 kids running around here and it wouldn't be a problem. And the garden really ties in nicely. There's not a lot of planting, but enough to soften the place and you know, keep a bit of greenery through the area. We've got a small basketball court, which is great for the kids, the Olympic trampoline, which is obviously a blast, and you've got a magnificent swimming pool here, which really is the best babysitter any family could have. Keep the kids entertained for hours and hours and hours. Planting is in the backyard are very ornamental. They're primarily around the perimeter, give that sense of privacy in the backyard to really green the space up and green the walls up really, so that there's a lot of paving out here, so that needs to be balanced out. It's a really functional space, it's a kid-friendly space, and really you can keep an eye on a kid in this backyard from any angle, and it's really handy for the parents. Yeah, the vertical wire cage with the star jasmine will eventually become a nice green wall. So again, another feature to the backyard, and obviously in spring when they flower, it's just a massive white flowers, and another feature to the backyard, and a bit of a seasonal aspect as well. So the garden has extra seasonal features at time, so it's not looking the same consistently.
When designing, creating an inviting, distinct entry to a home to me is critical in the success of a front yard design. And this design is absolutely spot on with the home. We've got these beautiful white floating slabs set against this actually concealed front door, which these slabs really define where the front door is. They're then complemented by this beautiful grass tree. This is the Glauca version, slightly bigger version than the standard Australis that's used, but it's got this beautiful blue sort of softening tinge to the plants. And to the other side of the front door, we've got some lower plantings, so we're getting that height contrast. They're behind the boab tree, so as from a design point of view, they're not competing. But we've got the beautiful seascape lamandras down here, which are the dwarf versions, very similar colour to the Xanthera glauca. And then next to that, we've got some cycads and a beautiful acacia with these floating white steps. It's a great entry to this home, and the designer's done a fantastic job setting off the home from the streetscape. Thank you, James, for showing us through this beautiful garden that you've designed and created. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've learnt a lot, and it's a job well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for being a part of the show, and we'll see you next time.